Greetings. This is Unit 5, Module 3, Session 4. The name of this home connection is Area, Perimeter, and Multiplication. It's 2 pages. Name and number, please. Jeff is going to hang wallpaper on the big wall in his living room. The wall is 16 feet tall and 23 feet wide. There's a window in the middle of the wall that is 5 feet tall and 8 feet wide. How many square feet of wall does Jeff have to cover with wallpaper? So let's just draw a wall. There's his wall, 16 feet tall, 23 feet wide. There's a window right in the middle of the wall. It's kind of interesting. It's kind of this shape. Interesting. Kind of a long window. It says it's 5 feet tall and 8 feet wide. Well, we're not going to put wallpaper on the window, are we? And we cover things using area, right? Because it's like how much paper will cover it. Otherwise, perimeter goes around. We're not going around. We're going to put paper all over this except for the window. Then maybe I'll do a little mark there so it looks like a window. There we go. So, looks like we need to figure out maybe the area of the entire thing and then remove the window. Okay? So this is where it gets a little tough because you need to take 16 times 23, which means you're going to have to do maybe the standard algorithm if you don't want to do some manipulation of the numbers. You choose. I'm going to do standard algorithm. 6 times 3 is 18, carry the 1. 6 times 2 is 12, plus 1 is 13. Start the next row with a 0, and then move on to the next digit, 1. 1 times 3, 3. 1 times 2, 2. Add it down, 368. So I know the area of the entire wall, not including the window, the whole wall, pretend like that window's not even there, is 368 square feet. But this window, we don't need to cover it with wallpaper, so I'm going to take 8 times 5 to get 40 square feet. And guess what? We're not covering that with wallpaper. So I'm going to remove this number. 368 minus 40, 128 square feet. So some of these, we just did the same thing twice. We found the area of the big rectangle, we found the area of the small rectangle, and then we just removed it. We cut it out. That's why we subtracted 40. Make sure you're drawing these as you go. It helps so much. Okay? The wallpaper Jeff wants to use comes in rolls that are 1 yard wide and 10 yards long. So a roll of it is 1 yard wide and 10 yards long. So I just kind of unrolled all the wallpaper. How many square feet of wallpaper are in each roll? Oh, square feet. Oh, goodness. So you're going to have to convert yards to feet. 1 yard equals 3 feet. So you're going to need to take both of these numbers times 3 to figure out how many feet they are, and then multiply them. Okay, so triple these numbers, then multiply both of those numbers to figure out the square feet. Make sure you include your units. What happens to the area of a rectangle if you double one side while cutting the other side in half? Oh, goodness. So double one side. So maybe I double the 4, double the 2 and make it a 4. Okay. But I'm going to cut the other one in half. So I end up with 4 times 4. That's 16. Wow. 8 times 2 is 16, so it has the same area. What about perimeter? 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 is 16. 8 plus 8 plus 2 plus 2 is 16, 20, so perimeter is 20. Area is 16. Perimeter is 16. Area is 16. Ooh, that's interesting. Draw and label 2 more rectangles to show what happens. Well, I guess you could draw your own if you wanted to. We could do, but you know what? I'm going to let you do that. Create a rectangle of your own, put your own numbers in, and then do what we just did. Double one side and cut the other in half. So I doubled the 2 to get 4. I cut the 8 in half and got 4. Okay, and you can draw your own rectangle and show your work. I want to give you an opportunity to show what you know. Complete each multiplication puzzle. Fill in the products of rows and diagonals. They did one for you, so I guess, what would that be? 6 times 8 is 48, times 1 is 48. 3 times 5 is 15, 15 times 3 is 45. Oh, it just kind of looks like we're multiplying across, doesn't it? Okay, we can do that. Let's see, products of rows, oh, and diagonals. Oh, cool, 8 times 5 is 40, 40 times 2 is 80. Oh, that's really cool. So let's try this diagonal here. 1 times 2 is 2. 2 times what is 18? Well, 2 times 9 is 18. Does that work if I go this way? 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times 9 is 36. Yay, it does work. How about we do this diagonal here? 4 times 2 is 8. 8 times what is 56? Well, 8 times 7 is 56. Now I can multiply all of these 3 to get this answer here. 1 times 6 is 6. 6 times 7 is 42. Woo-woo! And I'm going to let you fill in this last. No, I'll do this one with you. Why not? 4 times 2 is 8. 8 times what is 32? 8 times 4. There we go. So as you're looking at this, and I'm going to maybe use a highlighter. I've got a few colors right here. So one thing that I can say for sure is, on the diagonal, you're going to get an answer. On the other diagonal, you're going to get an answer. Oops. And where's my pink? And then you should have 3 rows. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, so it's kind of like your puzzle has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 math problems built into it, which is kind of cool. I'm going to let you do the same thing here. I will give you a hint though. Start here. Do this one first, because you're going to say what times 2 times 3 is 42. So you can start with 2 times 3 is 6, but 6 times this number will get you 42. Okay, then if you do that, you should be able to do this one next. This one, well, you could do this one anytime you want to, and that one. Okay, so good luck with that. Pause this video, make sure you work on it. Finding the area and perimeter of the figures below. Ooh, here we go. Well, we know area is when you add up all the sides. It's helpful when you make the opposite sides the same, right? So I'm going to fill those in, because when I do my area, I'm going to do 38 plus 49 plus 38 plus 49. That will be your area. When I do, or excuse me, I just said perimeter. 38 plus 49 plus 38 plus 49. If you go around the shape, you get perimeter. To get area, got to write this in. Length times width. Okay, so you're going to take 38 times 49. It's going to be a big number. Okay, same thing happens here. Make the opposite sides match. 75, 75. Top and bottom are going to be 99. Add up all 4 to get the perimeter. Multiply the length and the width to get area. I'm going to help you a little bit with this one right here. I like the idea of maybe doing this here. Splitting this into 2 different rectangles. Problem is I don't know how far this is. But I do know how long the big side is and how long the short side is. So what I can do is take 133 minus 46 to get this number. And then to find this number, I'm going to take 84 and subtract 46. When you have your missing sides filled in, you can add up all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides to get the perimeter. And then to do the area, you're going to multiply these to get this. And you're going to multiply these to get this. When you add them together, you will have the area. Last but not least, it says on a separate sheet of paper. This is your challenge question. Draw and label a rectangle with an area of 32 square units and a perimeter of 36 units. So it says rectangle, so we know it's going to be taller or longer than it is tall. And as you fill these in, you must say what 4 numbers will add up to 36, but what 2 numbers, length and width, will multiply to give you a 32. It's a great question, great question. You could do some factors of 32 first. Like we know 1 times 32 equals 32. What else equals 32? We know that 2 times 16 equals 32. So you could try these out for length and width, and see which ones add up to 36. I think using your factor rainbow would be very helpful in this situation. And don't forget, you could also maybe do a 4 times 8 and still get a 32. Try it out. See what happens. As usual, if you need help, ask a math wizard or someone that you feel comfortable talking to. Don't forget, teachers love to help with math.
Hello.
Later.